The gunshot means forward.
We back again. Another episode of Klaptrap.
Every week.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, it's yours truly.
Getting
K
better and
double.
better.
There we go.
Oh, we got the voice at the end.
That's right.
He back. Got Mark. Got Doc.
Ooh, yeah.
And we got a special guest that's up here with us today.
Absolutely.
We got Jay Jizz.
Okay.
Welcome to the
He did it
building.
again.
Welcome
He
to
did
the
it
building.
Ignored all requests.
Yeah.
I just
I guess I'm just going to be Jay Jizz today.
ain't worried
It's
about
all
it.
good. It's all right.
Twice.
I feel be Jay
Hey, you
Jizz.
can have enough. You can have multiple names. Ain't no rules to this shit.
You got
But
Jigga in the
I
building.
didn't even notice you shaved your head.
Oh, yeah,
You don't keep the Kobe no more?
I mean, it should be shaved a little bit more, so I got a hat on right now.
Yeah, that's how I be too. Yeah.
You got
I ain't mad
Doc
at you.
Yeah, I know, my man
Look
Doc
at Doc.
been
Doc,
shitting
like,
on
no,
everybody
he
and
didn't
shit,
sit there
some
like that. Like,
bullshit.
I'm not just realizing what's going on. Like, hold on. Like, he is rubbing his legs. Like, I
What's
don't
my
know.
mom swimming like that?
The only one that got hair.
He said
Like,
rubbing
man,
his
standing.
legs.
I don't know about that. Like,
It's crazy.
Yeah, but pay me no more. I'm drinking my wine cooler. Yeah.
So Jay, what you been up to, man?
Y'all mind.
We been trying to get you down here for what 5 episodes now,
Yeah,
man.
you know, I'm heading out, so that's all.
Busy.
important. You know what I mean?
Stay busy.
working.
That's good.
I'm here.
blessings. My fault.
What was that? All right, good. So,
I was saying, man, just sing. He's like,
all right, real quick. I'm about to read another joint that I seen the other day. Authorities say a Florida man didn't want to show up for his shift at Hardee's restaurant.
a Florida man, you already know it's gonna be some bullshit.
It's always Florida.
All the crazy stories.
So we called 911 and reported he just got robbed.
Oh wow.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
WFTS TV reports the 32-year-old man, Brian Anderson of Dundee, told dispatchers Tuesday that 2 gunmen took his necklace and money and his phone before jumping into a car and driving away. Polk County Sheriff deputies went to the scene and quickly realized the robbery never happened. In a Facebook post, the agency said Anderson confessed, adding that on the bright side, Brian didn't have to go to his 11 a.m. shift at the restaurant. Anderson is charged with misusing the 911 system and knowingly giving false information to law enforcement. Who the fuck would call?
Empire.
That's
Yeah, that's facts.
I feel like a police report's still not going to get you not fired. You still not going to get written up.
Yeah, you probably want to get written up.
You're going to get written up.
Where you work at again?
If I come over to a police
A Hardee's restaurant.
Like McDonald's? Like,
Yeah.
There's so many of them. Like, let's go get another job, bro.
yeah, man, if I come over to a police report, I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
just
gonna
gonna
save
delay the
your
process
job.
a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
y'all gonna have to show me some sympathy,
Yeah,
man.
you
I got
to.
robbed,
I
man.
got robbed this morning.
No. All right, so if he be calling out all the time, he was final written warning. Nah, dog, you.
With a police
Come on.
report?
I'm saying like, he probably been calling out and like they probably you in your final written warning. They probably was like, oh no, I gotta find a way out of this. Fucking doctor's note.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna work.
He did the extreme.
You watch too much TV.
Fucking doc. That's what I do.
You watch
Doctor's
too much
note.
TV, bro.
Fuck.
The
Maurice can
get away with it.
split them fries, man.
He ain't getting away with it.
But yo,
Alright.
he it was a white dude. He ain't say a black man robbed him though.
That's good.
He said
That's where he fucked
he
up.
said man.
They look,
Unbelievable.
the police got the case. They say, "Oh, you got robbed and it wasn't a black man." Oh yeah, this didn't happen. This didn't happen.
This ain't gonna work.
Over the check case.
Where they at? Probably ain't no black people. That's probably like
Yeah.
that's suspicious. Ain't no crime around here. It's
They
farmland.
probably asked where he work at. They're like, why would they rob you?
He probably had an Obama phone too.
He probably did.
Yeah.
They
Come
get those
on,
out
man.
for free. What are you doing, man?
I gotta edit that out. I shouldn't have said that. I feel bad now.
Yeah, you definitely.
Nah, there ain't no editing, man. You said it, you meant it.
I only edit my comments
Nah,
out.
you said it, you meant it,
I
dog.
only edit my comments out.
That dude say be telling the truth over there.
That's what it is.
What do say? Y'all dusted it off. God damn. So let's start at Pattie LaBelle, man. She a true entrepreneur, man.
Money.
She showed up at a restaurant. a Chinese restaurant that sells sweet potato pies.
Well, that's crazy. She don't have no restaurants. All this.
I think her son did something.
Somebody in that family.
Was that
had a
Pattie when
restaurant.
her son opened up a bunch of restaurants in her name?
Was it a Philly or not?
Nah.
I feel like she invested in a lot. She probably invested in some restaurants, but her name probably not on it per se.
But her
Like
name
Donald
was
Trump.
Wells.
Yeah, because she don't even make them damn pies, does she?
No,
For
she
sure
don't-
not.
no, them
That's what I'm
Jones-
saying. Like, it ain't her recipe. It's just her name and her face on it.
Yeah, I think
That's probably why she ain't got no restaurant. Patty might not even know how to cook.
No, she not.
No, she do. Questlove.
People say no. She's not a cook.
Questlove vouched for her. He said she got that fried chicken
She
recipe.
be like, my dudes could cook. That's what they call it. They say she could cook.
Oh
She
yeah. All
do
right.
let you know.
All right. I apologize, Patty. I didn't.
I want to pay
I ain't know the
out of
backstory.
here. Look, what you
I ain't
mean
know the
I like to- I
backstory.
come down to the bar now with the food. Like, oh, snap.
It was one. And,
And
see,
Philly,
I don't know
right?
if that was his. The LaBelle Restaurant and Lounge
Where
at
was
Hunting
that?
Park.
Hunting Park. How long ago was that?
Shit, it just say permanently closed. It don't say how long ago it was.
I know she had a couple.
If you happen to hear this, we got nothing but love for you.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
keep
I was
doing-
misinformed.
You keep doing.
Yeah, she got one in Georgia.
You keep doing what you doing. You know, we all love her. We all represent you. That's all.
So right now she crossed over to like what the
Commercial drinks.
So she making TV dinners.
Yeah, the Chinese food. That's a different angle.
Yeah,
that's a different angle.
That's what it is. A TV dinner, no?
I ain't
Is
know
it?
that.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's frozen,
Yeah.
Chinese,
Yeah, pretty much
frozen,
TV
yeah.
dinner.
So that's it. It's frozen.
Like PF Chang's. It's gonna be next to the
I
joint.
never knocked the
Yeah,
hustle.
sweet potato pie.
Chinese food.
And just for that, I'm gonna go to the
Why she
sounds
gotta have some new
crazy.
shit though? She can't just have like no
It's gonna be orange
no
chicken.
main and no
Yeah.
shit like that. It's gotta be like
Sweet and sour chicken.
right.
Sweet and sour chicken with some soul
Sweet and
food.
sour
Yeah,
sweet
man,
potatoes.
soul
Patty
food.
With some
sauce.
Adobe. Put some Adobe on them General Toast.
Man, it don't matter. I'm gonna try every single variety that you have. It don't matter. You have my support.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be
General
with sweet and sour sauce.
General Toast sweet potatoes.
Yo, that's probably nice, right? I
She
don't
gonna
know.
have to. She gonna have to freak
That's
it. She can't
good.
give niggas the
You would
regular,
think she'd have had the
the
soul
regular
food.
meals.
Yeah.
You know she'd have had the soul
She
food.
thinking
But-
outside the box.
But they already got soul food Chinese. I mean soul food.
What was the little show we used to have with the little penguin and shit on the front? You
That's
know
what
what I'm
a
talking
hungry
about?
That
nut ass brownie.
No, that you had to eat that first though.
corn was hard. Yo, that joint was trash. Oh my
You had to
God.
poke the holes in the top first. That's how you know what I mean? You had to
And you
poke
gotta
the
lift the
holes in-
corners up.
Yeah, you got
You gotta lift the corners up too.
Hey, listen, made to save my life back then.
Jones was the
Mom's came
worst.
home late.
Them Jones got mad salt in
Chicken
them.
nuggets was just like chicken
That's crazy.
flavored styrofoam or something, man. I used to tear them up though. I ain't gonna hold you.
And the Hungry Mans though. They still make them
Yeah,
Jones?
they still
Yeah,
make
that's
them.
what
Yeah,
I'm
Swanson.
I used to fuck with the meatloaf.
Yo, but who's that going to though? She targeting like kids or the working man that come home late at night and ain't got no dollar?
Anybody.
Oh no, she right.
Whoever buy it.
Whoever buy it.
I don't think it's no kids out at
Sure it's
the
not Walmart.
supermarket.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the portions, cause they got them. Remember that shit back in the day when the whole container used to be like meatloaf, and in the commercials the boy used to pop up like, "I'm coming over your house for
Oh,
dinner." What the
I
fuck
don't
was
know about
that?
no meatloaf, man.
I don't know what's meatloaf.
Talking about-
Salisbury steak. It was Salisbury steak.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Meatloaf.
Yeah,
I didn't know what you was talking about though. You said meatloaf.
I remember how the theme song was something like something more with encore.
Yeah.
Taste this more with
Yeah, that's what it
encore.
was. Yeah, I remember that song.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. And my pop wasn't ish, man. That's what he fed me. I can't say he wasn't ish. He did the best he could do with what little funds he had. So I grew up on them things. So
But that's what I'm asking though. So like you being a father, would you feed that to your kids? Is she targeting kids, as in you?
I mean,
giving it to your kids, or is she targeting you?
I'm fortunate enough that I can provide a real home cooked meal for my dad, but my dad didn't have it. So
Would you feed it to your kids?
when them Jones was $5 for $5, that's a buck a piece. And
Yeah.
at
Well,
the
would
supermarket.
you
Would
Would
you
I
do
do
it?
it if I was broke?
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking right now. Like, if you-
Oh, right now, no, right now. No,
Gotcha.
no.
Cause you be seeing them Jones $5 for $5.
I don't got a microwave in my crib.
Huh?
You can put them in the oven. You can put them in the oven. The little tray that come in as paper, it don't burn.
Hey,
Trust me,
Paul,
I
how
know
you got
all about
microwave?
You went away from the microwave?
Yeah, I don't fuck with
it.
that.
And he don't believe.
man.
Yeah, let's get into that. Yeah,
I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
come on, yeah, let's
I
go.
believe
No,
in
no,
it. I believe it.
No, listen, I heard a lot of people that's on that wave.
I don't think
Cancer,
it's no. I don't think so. I did some research on that shit. I don't think it give you cancer enough because I watched the boy Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about it. He said,
He's a
"Oh,
dickhead, but go ahead.
You don't fuck with him?
No.
Oh, because he around here around.
He believe
No,
first
but
round.
he be talking some nut shit though. Even outside of that.
He be saying some shit though.
Fuck that nigga. Go ahead.
It makes sense that he was saying like all the microwave do is vibrate the water molecules and make it hot.
Right. That's
So-
why you can't put metal and shit in
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think it give you cancer or nothing like that. I just when I first moved into my crib, I ain't had no. I was being cheap, so I ain't buy no microwave. So it just was like, what the fuck I need a microwave for?
I got an oven.
And then it was like, after a while, it was like food just tastes better coming out the oven.
Yeah,
even
that's
if
for
you
sure.
reheat it.
But
Microwave is
Take
just
a little
definitely
longer,
it's
right?
convenient.
This is quick.
Like,
yeah, that's all.
like the microwave make your food soft. You ever put
It
pizza
does.
in the
You're
microwave?
right.
Like it
It
makes
makes
it
certain
soft.
food soft. Certain foods, like you put bread in, your bread gonna be a brick when you pull it out. Yeah, because it don't have that much moisture.
Yeah.
And that's all
So
microwave
that's
does.
why I was
crazy.
like, damn, it's just better just to put it. I mean, it take a while.
Yeah,
It
microwave
might take
pizza
a little bit
is
longer, but-
trash. Microwave pizza is the worst.
And microwave, and for a good microwave, costs like $500 for a flour one.
This is all about convenience. If you want something,
Because you gotta have a microwave that rotate.
Absolutely.
You can't.
You ain't got a microwave to rotate.
certain microwaves is good though. Certain,
A lot of niggas got one that used to rotate that shit. No.
oh yeah, the plate.
Plate all fucked up.
You ever been to a real ghetto house? You know they turn the plate.
Yeah, you gotta do 30 seconds, turn it yourself. Another 30.
And you gotta put the plate on top of the plate so they won't smack or wet the napkin.
Yeah,
so the shit
that's
won't
the
get
moisture.
dried
That's how
out.
you trap the moisture in right there.
Nah,
But certain foods is good in the microwave though. They got the little steamables now, the little vegetables that come.
No,
in
yes,
the
a lot
bag.
of shit, like,
so
yeah.
you throw them in.
It's
there,
a lot of
that's
vegetables
faster.
now. So something
Like
like-
microwave
how would you
food
cook
costs more too, but go ahead.
So like for the steamables, like he talking about, how would you cook that in the oven?
I wouldn't buy it because it got a lot of salt in it.
So
Process.
Okay.
But I mean, don't get it fucked up. I don't eat healthy.
Gotcha.
It's just some shit that's like, my mind got high blood pressure, so I stay away from the two whites,
Gotcha.
the sugar and the salt.
You conscious. I respect that.
Not really
with the
conscious,
whites. I
man.
see you. I see you. Look. He just gave niggas a word.
We call that subliminal.
Stop fucking with the whites so you have a better life. Damn.
Stress free.
But I mean, don't blame them neither if you decide to indulge in them. You know what I mean?
We talk about whites or we talk about
Yeah,
vegetables?
the whites.
Let's clarify.
Whites.
Get inside your body.
Oh, okay. Make sure that ain't go in my head. It do take sinking in a little bit.
I just dust my joint off. I gotta get some of this Crown Royal now. Fuck.
I love.
Did I say Crown Royal? I meant to say Brown
Royal.
Liqueur.
It's Brown Royal. That ain't Crown Royal. That's Brown Royal.
Yes,
That's a
yours,
different
Jack?
brand.
I love
No
my
free
whites.
promo.
Goddamn it.
Let me get some of that.
I
Give me
do
sugar,
gotta
give me
fuck
some
with the.
diabetes.
I'm gonna send it down.
Good luck.
That's the that's the.
I do gotta get some of that vanilla though. I ain't had that.
Just waiting for you, good brother. I'm just-
Brown Royal. You know how you used to go to Save a Lot and shit. They ain't have.
Oh, that shit way smoother
This?
than what I would drink. Don't shout it out, but because you know we gonna fuck with Douce forever.
Yeah.
But
Who say?
Who's
Who's
saying?
Who say?
What you saying that the first one, second,
No free-
moving
this
on?
one's try it.
No free promo, man.
It's smoother, right?
I just taste the apple.
It's
They both
sugary.
smooth.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Both sugary.
They
Yeah.
both smooth. You can't go wrong with either or. I got that empty bottle of maple down there, but they don't sell that in the city no more. I gotta go KOP.
No, go to
Grant.
Grant.
I gotta go to a premium collection store.
All right, we off top like a motherfucker.
I mean, listen, that's what. There's no rules,
Like
no
a
rhyme or rhythm to this. We just flow, baby. That's all we do. We just flow.
Oh no, this is last. Yo, somebody. I was talking to Leo this morning. He was saying that he wanted to renege on what he was saying last week about.
Nah.
He gotta come up
Nah,
there.
no
If
renegers.
you
Don't be a renegger. We not finding them renegers.
No, but they wasn't here. They wasn't here.
Yeah, what he
So
say?
I want them to speak on it too.
Yeah, let me hear what he say.
That was what he said, but he just can't renege.
What's more dangerous? A side chick that knows she's a side chick,
No, he gotta keep his words on that.
Damn.
That was a good episode.
He gotta keep his words on that.
or a side chick that don't know.
Go ahead, Jeff. I mean,
situation.
Boys, you talk about that first.
That nigga went home and had a revelation.
Then you treat
Now
me
he
the
wanna be
same
a
way you
renegger.
treated me. Yeah.
Damn, Leo.
Give him bars the way you just gave me bars. No, don't
Oh yeah, hold on. Time out.
So no.
The reason why you here is because he ain't like the way we conduct the last episode.
Like how you conducted the last episode.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
That's why Justin here too, though.
Right.
That's the same reason.
But hold on, time out. Let's start with the side joint question, and then we'll get to.
If the
Here we
side
go.
John no.
Here we go.
The side John no, you had nothing to worry about. the side chick don't know, that's when your problems happen. Because you like, what if she gonna, I'm not gonna get, he lied to me. You're not females, they want to know the truth. So the side chick should always know the truth. Now I know some of y'all gonna say, damn, what about the main chick?
Oh, she should know the truth, or she
should know the truth.
You just said that if she, did you just say if she know, then it ain't a problem?
He was drinking.
No. The side chick should always know the truth. Listen to me. See, the side chick. Tell her, I got a woman. Put the ball in her hand.
But you just said it backwards, though.
I did?
Yeah.
Now, you know.
Look. It's the who say.
It's the who say. I just put the cup up.
That's the same drink. You ain't drunk.
Hey, it's the same.
Look, I also had this.
My bad.
That's like 2% alcohol.
Don't do that. Don't do that to it.
It's a Monday.
So, it is a Monday. Thank you. But I'm just saying. All right. If you have a side chick, she should know the truth. That you got a main chick. That's
I
what
agree
I'm
with
saying.
you.
Okay.
I agree with
Okay.
you.
That's all
I
I'm
agree
saying.
with you.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
That's complication. Like, she know everything. She can't fall in love.
But you can't run.
I learned from you. Rules.
Oh, man.
Oh, but I thought when we was talking about this before, we was like, the side chick shouldn't know too much, though. So she should.
Rules.
So,
What you mean by rules? I feel like if a shorty hear you say you want to set up rules, she gonna be like, rules, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
No, but I remember what Doc was saying when we was talking about this the first time. Though he was saying that if they know too much, why should they? Why do they know too much? Like, we told them too much. Now they know too much of the truth. Now they got the ammo to go back to you. So
That's what I agree.
As men, though, when we get side chicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because like if she know you got a girlfriend, all right, that's cool. But she don't know who she is. She don't know what her social media is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, in order for her to find that out, she too close.
Yeah, she too close.
You know what I'm saying?
You just let her know. If some of us, I'm taken, but it could, whatever you're gonna get out the situation with the side chick, get what you're gonna get.
No, but listen, I know a lot of people probably listen to them. They like, oh, like that's scummy. But a lot of women know niggas be in situations and they still doing what they doing.
How long should you keep a side joint? What's the expiration date for a side joint?
It depends how close y'all get. That might be friends.
Man.
You ride that to the wheels fall off.
Side joint to the wheels fall off?
Yeah.
She keep side chick keep a lot of relationships
together.
Yeah.
Healthy. I like that word. That's better. Healthy.
Healthy. Yeah.
If other people relationships healthy.
Man. That's deep.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shit. I feel like if you won, get the fuck leave the tables. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and gamble all your bread away.
I was told about old head always get help.
So I'm gonna tell you. See, listen, I'm gonna have to differ from y'all. I'm not telling us out. She can't know side or my main gym. They can't.
You don't tell them anything anyway, right, Ray?
Right, I understand. Right?
Don't tell nobody nothing.
Everything going to the box, the dirt in the ground with
Why
me.
you feel that way?
I'm not comfortable. I'm just not gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because if
too much
shit hit the fan,
got the ammo to destroy
Ring
you.
said, "I'm gonna die with the lie."
You ain't lying.
But
Got to die with the lie.
Go ahead.
That's what I mean. There's no right or wrong way with this.
And I'm not disagreeing with any of y'all. I'm in a different situation.
I know.
You know what I mean? So I'm married.
See your finger.
They see my finger, whatever. So coming from my point of view, and this is what my question will be asked to y'all. You're saying that your main situation, you're not getting any pleasure from that situation because you have to go outside of that situation to get, whatever you're looking for.
That's a whole different discussion. But
yeah. So I mean, clearly, it's something that your main situation is not fulfilling. So you're looking elsewhere to get fulfilled. But my thing is the age that we are now, that we're not like in our 20s no more. We're a little bit older. Like, we to the point where if that main situation ain't working out, like, can't we just be a man
and walk away?
Just be 100.
No.
We got into that. No, we definitely got into
that. Just bring it home for me.
If it was that easy, then niggas would never have no
issues. He's missing the point.
Issues.
She might be doing 80% of the shit right.
Okay.
That's a good percentage.
80.
And then the other 20 just fell in your lap. Sometimes it's just a good situation.
But that's why
I'm saying for other people, though. Other people.
But that's why I brought up though. I don't know when we was talking about this last week or 2 weeks ago. That's why I said relationships all about compromise. Because And nobody's gonna be perfect for that next person. So
Absolutely.
you gotta take the good with the bad. Like,
Take the good with the
shit.
bad.
a lot of people think the grass is always green on the other side, and you leave that
No,
chick for the other job.
No one talk about leaving anybody. We said help.
What did the grass
Help. In the Bible, they call it help me.
Concubine.
I'm talking about from his point of view of not being a grown man and just leaving that situation alone. But not saying that you're not a grown man if you are, but I mean most other people would.
But I'm gonna show you the situation that niggas run into. It ain't about the grass being greener. What if it's the same color?
Woo!
The grass is the same. But
It's the same color.
No grass is the same color.
Yes, it is.
Shit.
you say it's not?
It's like a
You
fingerprint.
ever been on a farm?
Not the same.
It's all the same.
Not when you cut it. When you step back and you cut it, you see the lines in the joint. Like, oh, that shit ain't the same.
Still a whole patch of grass is the same color.
It's all the same, just different.
No, I'm just saying like I said on one of the previous episodes, I just said that you gotta find a lady that you feel like the characteristics and stuff that you find in her you can't find anywhere else. Absolutely. And that'll keep you at home. So I said it gets hard when you start comparing and when it's something that's lacking and then you see that somewhere else. So that's when, you know, when you start weighing the situation that you got now versus something else. And that other side, I feel like it, you know, it could bring something extra. Yeah, exactly. But if you feel like you got that at home, then you like, nah, I'm good. Yeah.
So why Kev leave Wendy then?
Why Kev leave Wendy?
Because she's like a man. Just keeping it real.
I mean, honestly, Kev was taking advantage of his situation.
Just give him, you gotta give out, you know, information just in case everybody ain't up on what you're talking about.
I don't even know his last name. What's his last name?
So we're talking about Wendy Williams and her husband.
Kevin.
Do that.
I feel like I know his last name though. I want to say it.
It's right on my tongue.
It don't matter.
It's Kev.
Yeah.
Big Kev.
It don't matter.
So yeah, he left Wendy Williams. He had a baby
But he
on
ain't
the side.
He dancing.
Oh, she leaving him though.
Yeah.
But she got to. Public opinion. This is not the first time he cheated on her though. She gave him chances.
He been with his girl for
or third, fourth, fifth. He cheated
Same girl.
So the question should have been, why is Wendy leaving now?
Because it got out. It's messing up her name.
It been out.
But we already knew this not his first time.
But see, this is the first time this girl got pregnant and had a baby.
But how many times you gotta let it happen though?
But listen, you see what we do, like we don't know the ins and outs or nothing, but we automatically blame. Yeah, when we blaming the brother, like yo,
that ain't his
but
fault.
but look, if you flip the script and it's a woman being mistreated in a situation and she go out and do something, it's kind of justified, right?
No,
but now. You know, we like, yo, like, I mean, yo, he didn't do this, but, you know, we already know she in show business. So we know that's going to demand a lot of her time. We don't know, you know what I mean, how much she available to him or whatever the situation may be. I'm just going to give that little nugget. But go ahead.
So, all right, is Kev, this Kev guy, is he black?
Big Kev,
yes.
Big Kev,
oh, well, he didn't cheat.
That's right.
Black men don't cheat.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't cheat. That's just they have a misunderstanding. That's a fact. We don't.
Wendy know what she did. Fuck out of here. That's why she stayed so long.
Yeah. Like she probably bipolar. Wendy bipolar or something, or you see how she
know what she did.
No, but we do that with a lot of situations. We just look at it from the outside and we pick a side and we don't know what's going on. So that's why I just give my opinion on it face value or whatever, but you never know what's going on.
No, we speculating, of course. We speculating, of course.
I think all the brothers
speculate.
Together, so I'm on his side. I think Wendy treated him wrong.
But it is facts though.
You know how girls get.
Wait,
it is facts.
Let's not talk about why he cheated, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact.
But he had a baby.
He had a baby out of another girl. We talking about
out of marriage.
That's his girl then.
But he married to Wendy Williams.
He didn't.
He got a girlfriend and a wife on the side. Ain't he?
So a girl on the side when you married.
No, he got a girlfriend and a wife on the side.
Wendy been new. See, that's what we said. Wendy been new about it.
Wendy got upset because the girl got pregnant, but she already was with the situation.
Yeah,
Wendy was with it.
If we ain't never know, then she probably would have been cool. Now she feel like
Wendy knew.
Because the reason is she be on her show, gossiping, talking about everybody else. Now when, you know what I mean, when the shit hit the fan and it's on her,
she got to report it. But she reported though. She ain't run from it.
It took 3 years to report.
And she can't sit and talk shit about anybody else if she stay in that situation. So she gotta. I mean, she probably just saying that she going to lead it.
Listen, Kev, you good? You cool with me, good brother? You ain't do nothing wrong.
So let me just throw this out real quick. I know my man Mark trying to get to the next topic. But
no, do your thing.
You know she got a problem with alcohol and stuff. She was in a sorority house. that was the reason she went back to, she went backwards because her husband, is embarrassing her, and she out here doing her job, which I'm not saying her job is right. I'm gonna say that back, ain't embarrassing her, but she went backwards. And if you really love somebody, or you have somebody on that high of a pedestal, so I'll go back to your point. If somebody's playing their part from that side, and you care about that person, that side piece ain't really important. I mean, that 20% can get dangerous. Like his situation.
I'm sure the side chick wasn't as important as his bread and butter. It just got out.
They was saying she was around for like 15 years.
That's why
they let it happen.
Yeah.
You gonna let me have a side chick?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
It ain't no way you can be in other people's business that much and not know shit about your own situation for 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
15 years.
She picked up that bottle because she wanted to. Stop trying to blame it on other people. Everybody ain't victims, bro. Yeah. She picked it up because she wanted to.
50 made her pick up that bottle.
Well, listen, if you allow it for a certain amount of time and then all of a sudden that's how a lot of situations go, man.
I feel like why
people allow shit to go on for a certain amount of time, then they switch it up. They might probably even agree to it in the beginning, and then after a while, it's like, that contract is expired.
But look, that comes back to what I was saying in the previous episode. If you know something, you ain't gonna fix the situation. Don't bring it up. Now she gonna fix the situation. I'm leaving. Okay.
She can't really fix it. He still gonna get paid. That's what he really want.
She's still gonna get paid.
He's still gonna get paid.
He's the manager. It's business. Don't mix business.
Executive producer.
Whatever. He all of that. Don't mix business with personal. It had nothing to do with the business side. This is a personal situation. You knew about her. Right. You was okay with it. You didn't bring it up. You bringing it up. You gotta make.
You can't say don't mix business with personal when we got child support, alimony.
Facts.
That's because the one ran to the other. To the government.
The other man.
Yeah, the other man. Or the serpent. Or the whatever it was. They've been doing it for so many years.
The oppressor.
They didn't listen to the man.
He ain't oppressing her.
Yeah, he the man. Most men don't oppress her. They
cutting niggas off at the balls.
Yeah.
So do we answer your question with the side chick question?
No. I mean, it's open for discussion still.
Open for discussion. It's cool.
For sure.
It's all personal preference.
Yeah,
anybody see Kevin Hart, John?
I seen that.
How y'all feel about that?
It was trash.
Oh,
he from Philly,
so you wouldn't even like the joke? My favorite joke is the joke when he said something about hiding the guns all over the house. Yeah, playing out the scenarios. That shit was funny as a motherfucker.
It's funny, but if you follow Kevin Hart through his whole career, it's getting watered down.
Yeah. I think you expect them to do more. Like
he can't go no higher.
My thing is, I feel like before, like he probably had like a specific audience he was catering to. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying, where, the jokes was geared towards them and relatability to them. Now he's trying to broaden that so that more people can connect with it. And I feel like that's kind of where you fuck up. Like, you tell your jokes from where they coming from inside of you, and whoever fuck with it, they do, they don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's trying to appeal more to the masses, of course, because he's more commercial now. He's in more movies and everything like that. And he got a different image than he did back in the day. Because, like, even in the special, I think he might have said nigga maybe like twice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So before, it was, he had a whole joke, help me, nigga. Like, he had a whole joke. So it's like, no more. So it's like, he kind of, I mean, I understand it. But I feel like that just took away from his material.
I was watching one of his interviews, like leading up to the release or whatever, and he was saying that like his process on getting this special is like so crazy. Yeah. So it was like the way he do it. Let me see if I can briefly touch it real quick. I'm bad at total recall. So he was saying that he just he writes a couple jokes, hits a couple like nightclubs, busts a couple jokes off if they funny. If they not funny, he'll scrap them, and build it up, do a couple stadiums and shit. And then he finally he said it took him about a year to write an hour special. So I'm like, to do that, you kind of weed through the bullshit too.
So, but the thing is, what you did,
but it's life different too. It's the same with music artists. We always gonna compare Nas,
absolutely,
to Illmatic. We always gonna compare Jay.
But my thing is, what I say is, I feel like before the jokes that he would actually tell, you would feel like they really happened. Like, these is real life situations that happen. Now, you can tell they just jokes. Like, this shit ain't happen. It's still funny.
I feel you.
But this didn't happen for real. Like, this wasn't an authentic situation. Maybe part of it, but the whole thing, like the shit with the...
Well, you can't really relate to him because he rich.
Yeah. It's a
difference now.
And he bought 9 guns to put in 9 different rooms. I don't have 9 rooms in my house.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but it's a slippery slope though because he's doing nothing. He's really not doing anything different from what Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy in the 80s, Chris Rock in the 90s, even Martin. He's really saturated right now. Like
not Chris Rock. Really, not Chris Rock. Chris Rock is conscious.
Chris Rock. Well, he wasn't always that way. He wasn't always that way. He got
even Dave Chappelle. Like Dave Chappelle. His shit is always just raw. He just saying whatever the fuck he feel.
Dave Chappelle. But see, my point is, Dave Chappelle didn't start off like that though. Remember, like
raw?
Well, no, far as like holding up, being conscious, being in.
Right.
Like he said, like. Chris Rock is a little more, but if you look at Chris Rock, he said it what it was. What was that? The Emmys that this past or
with Jesse?
Yeah, like he went like
Chris Rock, that's the thing. Chris Rock always been like that.
Yeah, no, he said it. And I give him respect.
They told him, don't go out there and say nothing about Jesse. And if he could have said fuck, he would have said fuck. He said, what the fuck are they to tell me? Not say anything about Jesse.
But he's very commercialized right now. And like I said, I'm not knocking him. Me personally, what we expect of him is a little bit higher because that's not what we're used to. So
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I understand where he's coming from.
He gotta get it. See, we don't get the he gotta get it while the getting is good.
He don't gotta put out a special to make bread.
He's not gonna always be on the top like this.
Because he got movies.
He don't gotta put out a special.
He's the top comedian right now, so he has to keep getting that money wise coming in wise available for him.
But
once this shit gone, it's gone.
He really don't need that comedy money like Mark just touched on. Like he got his own. I don't know if y'all know what's it called.
Laugh Out Loud.
Laugh Out Loud.
Yeah,
Laugh Out Loud is a whole just for comedians just to come out.
Millions.
Yeah, they got the old Def Comedy Jam on there and everything. Like, a lot of people don't know that.
He getting money, so he really don't have to do it. I mean, he probably do it because he feel like he has to. But it's like, man.
He don't.
But listen, Netflix had to offer him a crazy bag because all his shit is under Heartbeat Production. So all his specials is fully funded by him, so he gets all the money. So for Netflix to take up this last special, they had to give him a crazy bag.
Right.
Marlon said that when he shopped his Netflix special around, he wasn't going to take. He had a set price that he had in his mind, and he wasn't going to take nothing less. And then he shopped it around, and Netflix finally came, and he got the money that he was looking for. So, I mean, that's the way. That seems like the way to go nowadays, though. That whole you go to Netflix, you do your own. Yeah, because like he said, he funded. Marlon did his joint. He funded his on his own. Like that was out of pocket on his own.
Right.
And then he shopped it around, rather than just going to someone else.
So you saying he shopped it around, and then when Netflix probably told him no, he ain't claim racism.
Well, that's a whole.
Why are you talking about
Monique? That's a whole.
Leave our Monique alone.
When you don't
Monique alone.
We don't want at the business table. You play the race card.
See, DL and
Steve Harvey. We don't get a contract to your liking. You say it's because you black.
DL and Steve Harvey. See, Steve Harvey was on DL show. And he got.
If it works, use that race card.
That's how she stayed relevant.
You talk about Monique?
Right.
Yeah, Monique.
I just feel like she wasn't relevant. That's why she didn't get the bread.
That's how I look at it.
Baby.
I had a whole argument with my barber about the situation. And he was like, yeah, Monique is still Monique. I'm sure she could sell more than fucking...
Nah, Monique not relevant no more. And I hate to say that.
I said, but he was like, oh, she won an Oscar. I was like, that wasn't for comedy, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for comedy. If she had like what's the last?
That was on Precious, right? That was on Precious.
What's the last joint she was? What's the?
Soul Plane or something like that?
No, it was the joint where what's the name of that guy's
comedy special?
No, it was a movie. It was a movie and it was goddamn who was in that shit?
Monique got some work.
What was she doing?
It was like she was like the auntie or something. It was like the
Was it The Help?
No, it was like a whole family, and it was like a Christmas joint. Was it This Christmas or something like that?
Chris Brown, I think.
No, it was another joint. I forgot. It was something like that, but she was. That was the last joint I seen that she was in. It was comedy. That's probably like a.
Look, if I was like Monique, I would do the same thing.
I wouldn't.
I would have pulled my race card out.
No, because not nobody know who wants to work with you now.
Yeah.
Do you shit it on Lee Daniels?
That's career suicide sometimes.
That's why she did it.
Lee Daniels be on some stuff.
Think about it. She wasn't getting in no movie.
He's suing Dame. He's suing Dame and his baby mom.
We knew that was coming.
He's suing Dame and his baby mom. Y'all stressing me out.
Did he pay him?
No, Lee out of pocket.
I thought he paid him.
He didn't pay him, but
it's called About That Christmas.
There you go.
But he said he's suing Dame and his baby mom because they said they causing him stress by
they ran up on him
by him paying him. Like he not paying him fast enough, and he causing him stress.
I thought they said he paid him though.
I don't know.
I mean, but Lee Daniels wrong for that though, right?
He said he was going to pay him. I know that for sure.
I was going to pay him.
They've been trying to come. He been hunting him down for like 5-6 years.
Yeah, he said he changed his number and all this shit.
Why do you think he's wrong?
He promised Dane. You know, he borrowed the money from Dane. He said he's gonna pay him back in a certain amount of time.
Okay.
He ignored them for like what 5-7 years. Ignored them. Dane
We
ran
talking
up
about
on
millions here. We ain't talking about $100.
Dane ran up on him. He said, "Yo, I got you." Talk to my people, and Dane said, "No, I need that now." Like,
you've been avoiding it.
But if I had it now, I gave it to you, right?
But he do have it.
You already know how that's
sure.
Lee Daniels,
he doing good
because he. Listen,
why didn't someone pay you back?
Why they don't got it?
I mean, we all agree Lee Daniels got it, right?
I don't know.
He said he got it on Oprah.
Maybe he don't.
Maybe he don't got it.
No, that shit.
That shit director of one of the top shows on television.
No, that shit work a little different. You don't get all your money up front. Some shit you get on the back end and everything like that. So he might not.
But Hayes said he ain't get nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm from the hood. I've been burnt before.
I can see.
They ain't know the drill.
That's
the whole point.
Millions.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing.
Listen.
You're not gonna have a successful show. Be out here. I mean, doing all this shit and egging me.
Stop.
That's the.
Let's take the number part out of it. We all gave somebody money before.
No, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
We all gave money.
He gave him nothing.
And then when we see the person, you're like, damn, he look like he going well for himself.
You missing two things.
Can you get my money back?
You missing.
Dane gave that $1 million. It didn't hurt him when he gave it.
$2 million.
That's
whatever he gave, it didn't hurt him though. He gave him the money.
They had an agreement,
and he wanted to get it back. How many years?
Or maybe it did though. Maybe it did.
It didn't.
Maybe it did. Maybe he looked at it as an investment.
No, remember he said
that's what Lee tried to say though. It was investment.
It wasn't investment. That's how he took it. Remember, Dan was saying like, no, like I put it out there. I wait for it to come back. Now he probably like, damn, I gotta go talk to this man to man.
But see, that's the whole.
But what I'm saying is,
Lee not even communicating with him.
Yeah.
He's reaching out to him. It's not even about the money. You avoid him.
Come on. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I'm just saying he must just have good credit, and he like, dang, you know, when my pockets get bigger, bro, I give you your. Whatever he got paying back. I don't know what he got paying back.
But he should have told him that.
Supposed to be $2 million.
He's interest on that now.
Well, I mean, he approached him though. He approached him in church, didn't he?
No, it was at a concert.
It was at the Words.
I'm trying to enjoy myself. You just come up to me like, dog, that's disrespectful my fam, dog.
Yeah, he had to pay for it.
You know, Dane against it.
What are you gonna say? You could have called me. You could have emailed me. They've been doing that. He's been avoiding me.
Y'all gotta stop screaming. Y'all gotta stop screaming, dog. Y'all fucking with the levels.
I got a match.
No, you don't. But his microphone over here, though.
I gotta match the intensity.
I'm not taking up for him. He should pay that man his money.
He should give him his money.
But I'm just saying he might not have it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. He might not have it. He might not.
I know we see the flashy cars, his clothes, his movies.
Yo, just pick up the phone.
He probably paying other people. Maybe. But I don't even know if he was friends with that man.
Empire win award. They when they time slide on TV every night.
You know everybody got like y'all my team, right?
Right.
But there might be somebody I don't really know. He's like, hey, Jack, that's Rain Man. I don't know.
That's Rain Man. Let me give him $2 million.
Hey, $2 million was a business investment.
If it's an investment, it's a loan. He said it was a loan.
Well, if
it was an investment, he wouldn't have had. He said it was an investment.
So what Dane said?
Dane said it was a loan.
So did they write a contract?
That's what I'm saying, right?
That's what they're gonna find out in court.
It don't matter because Lee said he was gonna pay him.
He's gonna pay him when he get the bread.
He don't take that. He said he's gonna pay him.
He said it on tape. He said it on Oprah.
No, I heard him. I just don't think he got.
I don't think
Dane money
want to pay him now though because now he's suing him. So
yeah, you stressing me out about it. You know, like you acting like the mob. I'm trying to break my finger.
He gonna sue him for $2 million
but
for stress.
even if it's an investment,
that'd be crazy though.
as an investor, you gotta see something after a certain amount of time.
But that's a gamble though. So you can invest something and then you can be complete loss. It could be a complete loss.
But I mean, obviously they ain't signed no paperwork.
Yeah.
That's what Dame.
This is straight gentleman.
If you give somebody $2 million, you gonna have some paperwork.
This was
involved.
definitely a straight gentleman handshake. He trusted Lee.
He probably was looking at it like this nigga ain't gonna burn me because he know better.
Are we sure?
That's probably how he was looking at it.
Are we sure ain't no paperwork?
No. I mean, if it was paperwork, it wouldn't be nothing to talk about. Like, look, we got here on paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Dame always been buying his bread. He always been number one business dude. It gotta be something.
No, but when you look at someone like your brother, if you look at someone like your brother,
he got paperwork on Jay-Z.
That's like K-Dub asking me for a bean. And I'm like, oh yeah, sign this contract real quick. Yo, let me borrow a bean real quick, bro. All right,
a bean,
sign this contract.
A bean or $2 million.
But it don't matter. It's still my man's though.
$2 million.
No, but I'm saying though, even if it's
what's $2 million?
So if it's a stack, and I say, yo, sign this, like what?
If it's 2 stacks, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
After Dame said,
but even if that's my man, like, yo, sign a contract.
And that's
how
how
you be looking at me like, oh,
after
like,
Dame said I gave him the money because I was helping my brother out.
That's what he said.
Like,
So
that's
what I'm saying.
Back and I'm like,
That's
I
your
don't.
brother.
Wait. Let's get brother together first.
Not your blood brother.
No, wait.
I put a
I thought
contract
he was
on
saying
him
like,
too.
I see a young man trying to move up in his career. I'm gonna give him that loan because the bank not gonna give it to him. I think he meant like that, not like he physically.
That's cool.
And all that.
Write it up.
Now, at the same time, we don't know.
Yeah, everything we speaking of is all.
Yeah, we don't know
this. We don't know that other man the bread. I ain't know he was gonna, do what he do. Yeah. He did it. I just did it because he was.
But this all could have been what if.
But shit,
pick up the phone.
Yeah, this communicate. It's that simple.
Maybe not cut from that same cloth as Dame.
And you know how to do it.
That's obvious.
I'm just saying, Dame always talk about he ain't cut from the same cloth as me. Maybe he should have done his research on him before.
But everybody done been in that situation, even if you didn't loan somebody $50 and you hit them up and then all of a sudden you see them on social media, but they can't see a text. That's the part that fuck you up.
I see him in person. I'm like, wow.
That's the part that fuck you up. You be like, damn, like at least say something.
Speaking of being cut from a different cloth, you heard the reporter talking about Nipsey cracking the fuck up at the. I think that she was laughing.
Laura Ingram.
I want to shoot her some bail money.
Shoot her some bail money.
What's that?
I think that. What the fuck?
You good? Go ahead, y'all. You good? You gonna have to start editing.
Oh, fuck it. Wow.
No, he trying to. He got hit it before. Yeah, before the but Doc turned everything off though. So I mean, we good. Remember when you edited the message and it popped up on the video. So we trying to beat it. Just make sure you edit.
Shit. This is raw, huh? Shit.
But yeah, this is about Fox News, Laura Ingram, and some other cornball dude that she was with.
I think
talking
that
about the Nipsey Hussle, and it was a song about Donald Trump, and she completely botched it, talking about that Nipsey made the song. It was YG.
Well, Nipsey was on it, right? Or no?
No,
Nipsey wasn't even on it.
Nipsey has nothing.
He might have been. I'm not sure.
I don't think.
Yeah, not that I know.
That's why. Yeah,
that's crazy.
What she doing? Okay, her bad.
Yeah, and she's kind of like she's kind of like mocking his death or whatever. But yeah, without having your. But see, that's the thing though. As a journalist, that's your job to have your facts correct before you go on the air and report stuff like that.
Yeah, but
so that means that shows you that it was intentional then.
Absolutely.
Because they're not gonna okay it if it's false information. Because then you can get.
It say YG and Nipsey.
It say Nipsey on there.
That's what it say. Words on hip hop.
So that means
I never heard that part on there. I heard the song multiple times.
So that means
I don't want to play it, but yeah.
Yeah, FDT. So his name is on the track.
Oh shit! What time
It's him right here.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow.
So maybe her.
So Nip was on there, but it wasn't Nip's song.
It wasn't Nip's song.
It wasn't Nip's song, but Nip's on there.
So they used that as an opportunity.
To attack him.
Yeah,
they're taking it for their own kind, right?
He's dead.
So, yeah.
I'm saying they're taking it for their own kind. He said, "Fuck Donald Trump." If I was
part that's exactly what it is. Yeah. But see, now that I know that,
when she was laughing, I don't think that she was laughing at his death. I think
she was laughing at the fact that we both him to a high standard. Like
so it was just like to try to knock him down because he's getting such high praise from everybody. So this was a chance to be like, nah, this guy wasn't.
Yeah.
You know,
they did the Bill Cosby.
Yeah, say Michael Jackson, same thing. You know, wait till somebody's gone and then everybody, adoring them and everything like that. And like, oh yeah, this person, like, you know what I mean, like, kind of like hold your horses.
Because when she was laughing, she said, "Fuck Donald Trump for the low black unemployment rate."
Yeah, so she basically trying to say whatever. So Donald Trump is the lowest in unemployment for blacks or whatever, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. I don't even know. So she trying to say these guys are saying fuck this guy who has done something for your people or whatever. So it's like kind of trying to say,
the song came out 2 years ago though. So the song came out before he even got in the office. But it was a political. I mean,
what he was going to do in his running.
Yeah, so it was a political thing anyway. It wasn't like
I mean, but do you think that was right that she even brought that up?
Yeah. She can bring it up. I think everybody mad that she was like they was joking around. They mentioned his funeral,
right?
Had a laugh and then mentioned the video.
Yeah, that's a serious situation. Like,
she can bring it up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like how
I don't want her to bring it up, but she could bring it up. Freedom of speech.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it was just the way that it was done.
It
was tasteless. It was tasteless.
Yeah, it's just
it
like
was tasteless, but it was intentional though.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely intentional.
It's definitely intentional because we wouldn't even be talking about her if.
For sure.
If that didn't happen.
It's just like Kodak.
We wouldn't know who she was.
Time and taste and all that. Yeah. Speaking of
him,
he responded.
Still going.
He responded. He responded.
What he say?
You can't hear what he said. He mumbled to what he was like. If he was responding back to Game more so because Game was more threatening with it. Like Game was And then
Kodak said some shit like, "You the one that snatched your chain back."
You can't
Kodak
understand
want all the
what,
smoke.
That's what I'm saying.
Do we really?
He want all the smoke. He want all the smoke because he could apologize and be like, "Yo, my bad." Talk to him one off.
He young.
He want all the smoke, but we gotta remember
though. Did he tell the truth
about what?
What he said.
And nobody hear. He said he can't hear what he said.
He mumbled. I can play.
The first thing we talked about with his first response, what he said.
We trying bad.
Then he say something wrong. What I'm saying. I think it was just wrong.
It was the time.
So why would he apologize?
He retarded.
He's not gonna apologize.
Yeah.
But
even though probably a lot of people thinking that he just said it verbally.
But because to him, he didn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah,
he meant what he said, like and it wasn't in a disrespectful manner to him. Right. However, other people taking it, that's
time out. If you say something online, right, and I know you, right, and I go, yo, if I call you one off like, yo, that was kind of fucked up. Can you retract that? But if I go online like, yo, why you say that dumbass shit? We gotta. You pull
up
it's public, right. Like you kind of like now. If I apologize, now I'm a bitch.
Yeah, it's like.
But was Nipsey Hussle and Kodak like were they friends?
They wasn't friends.
They weren't anything. They weren't anything.
But I mean, it's the same thing if somebody came at my man homie. It's like, wait, give it a second, let her grieve. He just died 2 days ago.
What I'm saying is
what's the point of even bringing that up? Like, what are we going to gain from
He was talking to his man.
Yeah, it was a personal conversation that went public.
But he was on the live though.
Yeah.
So you gotta know when you on live.
He was on live, but the camera was like
at his
hips.
So he might not have. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
It's one of those. It's a tricky situation.
But Live got him in trouble a couple of times. He got locked up off Live because he was on probation. He had weed on. Like people just be hitting the Live button.
He said he don't like dark skinned women on Live. He said, he retarded.
I mean, he proving his statement is true. I think.
I don't think he's retarded.
Not grip him up, but talk to him like, yo.
But that's a lot of rappers. That's a lot of rappers that's out here just doing dumb shit.
Think about how Tekashi won. Think about how Tekashi was getting bread. Why would you controversy make money?
Yeah, he won that right now. But I'm saying, he ain't paying this camp.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, somebody like you paying your team, they want to tell you how to run your stuff. What would you do, Jay?
I'm gonna have somebody.
Jay, what would you do, Jay?
I'm gonna pay somebody to keep me in line.
Jay,
I ain't gonna mess with the bread for everybody else.
It depends on what you consider in line.
Yeah, I don't think
that's what it comes down to for real. Because you can have somebody tell you something, but if somebody tell you some shit that's or if it's something that you don't agree with, it's like, hold on.
But here go the thing though. All these dudes clout chasing though, because if they just let it die, nobody would care about it. But T.I. keep responding. Game is the king of trolls. He gonna keep responding anyway. Cause that's how he get. I haven't heard a song from him in quite a long time. I think he had an album coming out, and every album he talking about fucking Kim Kardashian. Every album.
And his Air Maxes. But anyway.
But he came from that 50 Cent mode, so that's his.
I mean, if 50 kept saying I fuck Vivica on every fucking track, it's like.
That's what I'm saying. That's the niggas forte. Like that's how they.
And then she married now, and it's like, I fuck Black China. Like I fuck with Game. His lyrics, I like him as a lyricist, but it's like, You can't keep talking about this man's wife over and over again.
It's about Kim K.
Kim K.
So how should Kanye not respond to that?
No, he's gotta die. If he don't respond, his album won't do nothing.
Jay-Z don't respond to nothing, so he shouldn't.
Yeah, hope don't respond.
If Drake didn't respond to Pusha T album, I feel like Pusha T wouldn't have been nominated for a Grammy. There's only 6 songs. How can you be nominated for a Grammy for 6 songs? It was a fire album.
It was nice.
But none of his other albums is nominated for Grammys.
Okay. Pusha T?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy because you look at Tekashi, he been a snitch. I don't know how that affected his sales though. Like,
YG just shout him out at a concert. Put his picture up on the jumbotron and started dissing him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they was beefing.
Yeah. But and he called him a fake blood, so they bloods. So.
Speaking of, you know what though? Speaking of snitches, what's up with my man Al Sharpton? What's up? What's up with Al Sharpton?
Let's talk about it.
We haven't done differently.
Let's talk about it.
I don't like that.
I'll shot.
All right, so look, we got.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I'm in the middle, so I see we got a half over here, and then we got half over here.
No, he think he did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what he did wrong.
All right. So hold on, get the backstory first.
Go ahead.
Get the foundation of the story first, and then we go.
So all right, so it's just been put out there that Al Sharpton been an informant for like 30 years.
I think we knew that though. But go ahead.
Okay.
So it was
let's
like
get some details.
Yeah, it was speculation. He had a lot to do with like a lot of the mafia bosses, Don King, a lot of the like it seems like it's a lot of like sports fixing. People that was fixing sports. He was like telling on them to the FBI. But the only reason why he was telling is because he got caught with drugs. So instead of him, paying his
they say, yo, in order for you to not do this time, give us some information. Right.
So he just started searching for 30 years.
I'm gonna wiretap you.
For 30 years.
So you trying to say the Rev was trapping?
He was a user.
All right.
And see, this is where I stand on that because it's not necessarily that he snitched. I don't care about some of the people that he snitched on. I'm not gonna get into that. I don't necessarily care for some of the people because we seen how we get used.
This is insane. This is insane.
Like the mob was part of it, and they was gonna off him anyway.
Right.
Whenever the mob suspects you of doing something, as soon as they see you with the cops, they gonna off you. They top order. He not a man. First off, he black. He's not part of the family. He's not a made man. They was gonna off him, so he had to save his own life. And another thing I look at, like, I'm not no street nigga. He not no street.
He might be a street nigga.
That's what
I'm saying. How would you know about the
nigga, but he ain't no street nigga.
How could you snitch on these guys and give valuable information if you don't know about their business?
Absolutely.
Listen.
Well, then the whole conversation is moot because if the information ain't violent and leads to nothing anyway, then
they got arrested.
Yeah, but then they was released though. You see what I'm saying?
But they had enough to arrest them.
Yeah. We can get arrested and they can let us go in 72 hours if it's not released enough.
Well, if a known crackhead,
he snitched on something.
If a known crackhead and criminal that has to be the one that testified against you, you can beat the case. That don't mean that you're not a criminal. That don't mean I don't know what you was going on.
If you get arrested and they release you, that is no charges filed on you. They gotta bring those charges against you. K-Dub. They can release. They can arrest you, hold you at the station for 72 hours.
I know what K-Dub.
Well, we talking about the feds here, though.
I know
right?
what K-Dub problem is.
I don't know. Yeah,
he was listening to his title and he was judging about what he had on. That's why he thought Al Sharpton wasn't this Reverend. Al Sharpton wasn't.
I think the rules is different.
Al Sharpton is
definitely
I don't think he's a street. I don't know.
It's the name. It's the way you're looking at his name and his appearance and the slick back. You like, oh, that's not a pimp. That's not a pimp.
He's from Mississippi. He got that.
He's definitely from the street.
He was out there.
Let's
the funniest thing.
I ain't want to get into this, but let's get into it.
Apologize. Like he don't apologize. He said he wouldn't do nothing different.
Cause he a thug.
He said he would do.
Fuck them niggas.
That's basically what he's saying. I've been throwing niggas down the drain for years. Fuck them. I've been sending them.
Like I said, I've been lying because
y'all think that he did good for black people?
No.
Not at all.
So he a race hustler.
Damn, that's that fast.
They said no. They didn't even think about it. No.
That's the thing. Why do we? I mean, honestly, everybody in this room.
Oh, before you get to that, do you think he's a race hustler?
Yes.
Explain about a race hustler.
That you don't really care. You use the gripes and you pay the race card to make money to monetize it.
When he in the civil rights walk and all that stuff too.
He was with Jesse Jackson every step of the way.
He a race officer too.
Farrakhan.
He did do something good. I'm not gonna throw dirt on him. He actually did something.
Give me one.
I'm listening. Cause I had to work at Frito for that. Good, I'm listening.
That's a good job.
We're talking about civil rights.
No, listen. I'm waiting for Jay got to say.
He has done some good.
What?
We talking about civil
Name
rights.
one.
So he was with Jesse Jackson.
Time out. That's debatable that civil rights was good for black people. The civil rights movement. That's debatable.
You said that's debatable.
It's debatable.
It is debatable though.
How's it debatable?
What's debatable?
We couldn't sit on front. We couldn't sit on. We
That had nothing to do with civil rights. That was a private bus business.
No, I'm talking about.
Going to a white schools. Why is that good for you?
Yeah, why is that good for you?
It's a better
integration.
Why?
Why?
Did you go to a white school?
You never went to mixed school?
No, if I went to a white school, I would have had a better education.
But why is it like that though?
That's not facts.
I won't say
that's not.
It's not facts.
But I don't know. But
y'all think the public school?
Time out.
No,
Let me. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, if you think the public schools are underfunded now and you got white teachers and shit, imagine if it was all black students and all black teachers. That shit would be 10 times worse.
Right, but you gotta understand something.
I wouldn't say
Before the civil rights movement, black people were self-reliant. We had our own schools. We funded our own schools.
Do your research.
Well,
and high school wasn't, and schools wasn't mandatory.
It wasn't, and they was more successful than we are now.
When what small
Doesn't matter.
It do matter.
No, it don't.
It do matter.
So in Philadelphia, if we
living out in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Philadelphia never had
there's
that
nothing out there.
The South had though.
Okay, but all right, but let's
but
take
if it never
what
happened,
you said.
Right, if I'm saying.
If we're in Philadelphia, and let's say we had what 4 schools maybe.
Let me give you an example real quick. It's a daycare on every block.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a school on every block, and it was 4 kids per teacher, think about how better that education would be, rather than be 40 kids per teacher.
You're 100%.
So
would it be free though?
It shouldn't be free. It shouldn't be mandatory
either.
either.
Well, how can we afford it then?
That's what we're talking about.
That's
what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Families are
Can I? All right. Go ahead.
So
I'm about to get to it.
So the civil rights, when they busted those kids into the white school, they had to pay for that schooling? Or was that school free? Was that public school or that was free? Or that was private school?
First off, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. How is the civil rights movement not good? We were getting firebombed, water holes, attacked with dogs. We was getting hung, but not at the race that we are now. What are you talking about? We couldn't even walk down the street. We couldn't live in certain neighborhoods. We couldn't live in, so we couldn't even vote. My bad. This is nonsense.
Let me clarify.
I gotta hear this.
It's definitely a lot of things that happened in the civil rights movement was kind of good for black people.
Kind of good.
But desegregation part is debatable if it was good for black people.
That's crazy that we saying this stuff.
But listen, that's why some of the white people is how they are now, because they never been around black people. They never mixed with them. They never interacted with them. That's why they can't. That's why they can't rationalize. They can't understand where they're coming from because they never been in contact.
Why should they have to?
Yeah. But that's the issue. That's the reason why the people up here can't. You know, they can't.
So the white trash people.
Yeah, exactly.
The white trash people?
Yeah, what happened to them? They ain't go through civil rights.
We're
talking
about the high.
Please don't scream.
It's a whole lot more high end
what happened?
White people than lower people.
Go down. There's a lot of white trash.
Yeah, there is, but there's more
What about there's a lot of white trash. What about those people? Don't get racist on here. What about those people?
So
they have civil rights?
You want to lump them in with us?
I'm just saying
they still treated differently. What you mean?
Should they have an opportunity?
Yeah, they do. They have opportunity.
They still have privilege.
They have opportunities.
See, I think that's insane.
That's racist?
I think this is not racist. Not racist. I think it's.
What's racist?
I don't think it's racist. I never said it was racist.
Oh, that's what you said.
That's facts.
Oh, first off,
I'm saying that.
I would like to say this. I would like to say this. I'm all for like us. I'm kind of tired of us fighting for inclusion because if I look at it from the standpoint of if you're not, if you're not, we can be self-sufficient on our own. We can live on our time. So I don't feel the need that we need to fight to be to get their sympathy. Oh, please accept us.
Thank you.
You know, I agree with that, but at the same time, what Doc just brought up though, what Jay just brought up. The reason they think the way they do is because they don't want to.
That's just like saying that leaving women where they at right now is cool. Like they shouldn't be able to do this. They gonna be better off because they not included in this other shit, or that shit ain't gonna work out good.
Included in what? Give me an example. Included
whatever.
In what?
Just like them being able to vote, them being able to have certain jobs and shit like that.
So
time out. Why? When we talk about jobs, right? Why is it the white man's job to employ you?
It's not the way I say it
because we don't have the mentality.
That's not
whose fault is that?
That's their fault for putting this down.
Time out.
So they better than us.
No,
they're better than us because they have to give us the opportunity.
In this country,
it's not about better. It's just about they have to teach us how to make our own positions.
They don't, but we've been beat down for so long.
Time out. Give me a year. Because Franklin Douglas was pretty wealthy.
Since the white man, the oppressor, has been in this country, since they've been in this country, we've always been oppressed. When have we ever been at the point where, from the socio-economical standpoint,
he was filthy rich.
That's one person. He's the exception.
Was he a guy?
He's the exception.
There was no exception.
He wasn't living back then. He was the exception.
Time out.
Do your research.
How many schools that
you
nigga
don't
built?
really know.
What research?
I think that you talking from what other people have said to you.
But we've been oppressed. That's a fact.
Time out. You're 100% correct.
Okay.
Slavery
We all
happened.
agree that, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying
Slavery happened. Right. We are no longer oppressed.
Agreed.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
agreed. But we still have the mindset of being oppressed.
Whose fault is that?
Them schools.
Your parents' fault.
Okay, yes, you're
not
right.
saying your mom.
No.
But I'm saying like.
It's your parents' fault.
It started somewhere.
I do agree with you. It's your parents' fault, but they never set up stuff for us.
Time out.
So you don't believe
your grandpa had money?
Did my grandpa have money?
Did he own anything?
No, he did not.
My grandpa owned shit. His grandpa owned shit. Your people's had money?
I don't know.
Your people's had money?
So wait. Do they know
how to grow their own food?
No, hold on. I'll take it back to you. You actually know my grandfather had it. My grandfather was a
what about his grandfather?
No. He was a policeman, right?
Okay.
He was in the Frank Rizzo era.
Oh, so he had some bread.
He didn't have no bread.
Compared to everybody else, policemen, that's a steady job.
Back then, it was a steady job, but it was no...
With benefits.
With benefits.
I think that was during the civil rights era, too.
He had benefits and all that. No.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think we got the game fucked up.
But compare a black cop compared to a white cop back in the Frank Rizzo era?
They got paid differently?
Yes, they did get paid differently.
How
they got paid differently?
I didn't know that.
Yo, we just visited Frank Rizzo's house in Chestnut Hill. This man was living in a mansion in Chestnut Hill.
Frank Rizzo was a mayor, wasn't he?
But before that, he
look at the mayor house now.
Okay, still higher than the police officers. Of course, they got paid differently. Every police officer is doing the same job, right?
So systematic racism don't exist?
No more, no.
No more. It's still
no.
So discrimination don't exist no more.
It's not a big deal.
Racism don't exist no more.
Not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
No.
Yo, you a business owner. You can't say that, man.
Can black people be?
Yes, I am a business owner.
Can black people be?
I'm in control of my destiny.
You can. I don't. Yo,
I don't.
So do not. We're at the mercy, and like he said.
No, I'm not at the mercy of nobody.
So do you know if your bank gives you a high interest rate right now? Do you know that?
I don't need a loan. I don't need a loan from the bank to feed my family.
You don't need a loan to create your own business. You do.
No.
But how do you get that money to begin with?
I worked for it.
The thing is, you feel like that, but until you go into a situation where they gotta choose between your company, where you're the face of it, and another company where somebody has a different skin color in the face, and they have to choose between you and them, then you'll know where the systematic shit comes into. You might feel like.
Can I respond?
Go ahead.
If I go into a white business and I'm mad that they picked a white person.
That's not what I'm talking about. You missing the point.
Oh well.
You missing the point.
If I go to a black business, they gonna pick me.
You missing the point.
It has happened.
You think they're gonna pick?
It has happened.
I agree with you.
I'm just bringing up an example. So if you go apply for a loan for your business and your interest rate
if I ask for a loan for somebody outside my community, they have the right to charge me whatever they want.
So who you going to for a loan inside your community?
I don't need a loan.
Right.
Why do I need to borrow money from people?
You never got lines of credit?
I do.
Aren't you buying a house?
But I don't need to. I'm buying a house right now because I fucked up, and I didn't save my money for 10 years.
That's another way.
If I put my bread up, I would have had it.
But are you going to get a mortgage or not?
Yes.
Yo. So look, we're going.
I don't need to, but I am.
So how do y'all feel about that? So
if the terms work for me, I take the loan. If it doesn't work for me, I don't take the loan.
So how do you feel like systematic racism is not still a thing?
Give me an
do you have
example
anybody
of it.
that's locked up?
Give me an
do you
example
know
of it.
anybody that's locked up?
Yeah, and they did, and they sold drugs, they killed niggas.
So you don't know nobody that's locked up that didn't do the shit that they locked up for?
No. So
I'm not saying that stuff don't happen.
Yeah, not saying it don't happen.
So how don't it exist then?
How do what exist?
How don't it exist? How don't systematic racism exist?
Give me an example.
I just gave you one with the banks. That's systematic racism.
We don't
minorities have higher interest rates?
Kareem, calm down. If we got black banks in this country, none of us fund them.
You go to your bank and check your interest
rate
compared to your white counterpart that has the same credit score
K
that you do.
K double.
Go say, yeah, his might be 1%.
K double.
That adds up over 30 years if you get in a house.
2% is good.
That's what I'm saying though. Your white
If the
counterpart,
terms work for you,
money counterpart. If you get in a house and you do that over 30 years, that translates to thousands of dollars.
Have you ever done it?
That's what I'm saying. No, I haven't.
Then why are you talking on it?
We don't even know if it's true. You go to him saying that we don't know if it's true. If we don't know it's true, then we don't know it's true.
No,
He said he got 2%.
No, I'm saying if he do, I don't have any loans with banks right now. That's what I'm saying.
But you can't argue the position.
It don't matter.
Give me another position.
Who taught you that?
Who taught me what?
What you just said.
What about the
percentages and stuff in the bank?
It's on the news.
Even if you look up Wells Fargo, it was made public. It was made public.
I guess that part.
Can I talk for a second?
Where they discriminated against people of color.
We got 10 more minutes.
They said they use area codes, right? So if you lived in the hood, it discriminated against you with area codes.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. I know that. But if I lived in a white neighborhood and I got the same area code as my white counterpart,
I don't believe that either.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't believe that.
My bad.
Yeah, who said? Why would it just be an area code if somebody has to come in and actually?
Can you give me another?
No, why went online?
Give me another definition of systematic oppression.
Why do you? But back to that, boy. You know what? I'm just. I guess
the school system, like we already said,
that's our fault.
Projects.
Schools in the suburbs are always better than the schools in the city.
Projects.
Why? Because the government decides to.
Who live in the suburbs? Who lives in the suburbs predominantly?
When you went to school, when you went to school, everybody was there to learn.
No.
Nobody get to. When you go to the suburbs, I've been to school in the suburbs. I've been to school in the suburbs. Nobody talks back to the teachers. Everybody do this. The parents.
Wait. What'd you say, Ring?
I said, if you know better, you do better. If the parents don't know better, the kids ain't going to do better.
So how we blaming the white man?
I'm getting to the root of it.
Can I put this right here?
Let me get to the root of it.
Please.
I'm not going to yell. I ain't going to yell. But let me get to the root of it, though. So why don't the parents know better? Why didn't our parents know better?
Do you know better?
I don't know why your parents didn't know better.
Why
I can't talk about
the same information was not afforded to our parents that was afforded to other people. And as simple as that. And if y'all deny that, then I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Going back to your point.
It's always going to be like that, right? It's always going to be like that. Even now, you know shit that I don't know. I don't know the same information you do. It's always going to be like that. And it's not the white man's fault that I don't know it.
But it's certain shit that's come on, man.
So
like y'all acting crazy.
Give me an example.
I just gave you 2-3 examples.
And I knocked them out.
You didn't
I'll give you an example. You saying why are white schools better than black schools? Is that the question?
No, I mean I'm saying give me an example.
Fuck that, man. We rolling, man.
I just gave him three.
Do you know where white schools get most of their funding, like their money from?
Alumni.
No, that's not true. I'm talking about white high schools and white middle schools and elementary schools. Do you know where that money come from? Because not all from government.
Tell me where it comes from.
So it actually comes from property taxes.
Yes.
So when the property taxes out in the white neighborhoods, they have developments.
You ready? I might dispute that too. You ready?
Because now before you do,
more houses per.
Let him finish.
Dog,
come back over here.
I had somebody who worked in a business and administration office for a high school who actually deals with the payments and all that stuff. Okay. Not to put no names out there. But the money, that's what we think as black people. Oh, it comes from the houses are $1 million. No, not at all. It comes from the developments. So the joints you see, like the big, like you notice how all the malls are getting knocked out and stuff, and it's like all big developments where you see like the Fine Wine Spirit, the Chuck E. Cheese's, the food restaurants. Yo, just from that one development, that could be $20 million just from that one development.
Can I ask a question before you say something?
Go ahead.
Would you develop in North Philly?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now you would.
Hell yeah.
Now you would.
Stop. When we was all working back at that job, would you invest in North Philly?
Hell yes.
Why didn't you invest?
Because
I ain't got the money.
Because ain't nobody know now.
I know. I'm asking him back when we was all working. I used to ask y'all all questions. You had $200,000. No one talked about investing.
Yo, but
You know better, you do better.
Listen to what I'm about to say to you.
Just
That's
because
the
you
same
didn't know
thing
better
about
back
those people back in civil rights situations.
Wait.
Black people own land.
I got
Martin
you.
Luther King
Let's
went
stay
to
on
a
one
good
topic.
college.
Yeah, finish that. Go ahead.
Stay on one topic. If you ask me, would I want to own some stuff in North Philly now or back then? Hell yeah, why wouldn't I? I didn't have I was 20?
Because you know what you know now.
Yeah, I know what I know now. But at the same time, it's in their family.
Go ahead, Doc.
It's in their
Go
family.
ahead, Doc. Go ahead,
So
Doc.
how that?
Hold, let Doc talk. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, we talking about all this information and where it come from and shit like that, right? So it's like the base. So you saying because our parents didn't know, and then we didn't know. Now we gotta learn and we gotta put on. But like, who are our role models? Rappers and athletes and shit like that. And why is that? And why is that? And why is that? And why is it that a certain rapper promoting a certain message can't get the same can't get the same deals and exposure as somebody else that's talking about something else?
Oh, somebody didn't become a rapper?
No, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter who made them or not. If you're a rapper and you're talking about conscious shit,
we won't buy it.
It's not about.
We won't buy it.
Do you know why though? Is that not systematic? Is that not systematic?
Because I don't like the music.
No, that's not true.
If you preach to me, I won't buy your album.
Why you don't like it though?
They're not pushing.
Why you don't like it? Because you don't hear it.
Don't sound good.
Because you don't hear it. You're not going to hear it on the radio. You got to search somewhere else for it. Who controls the radios? Who controls what they play? They got
when the last time you listened to a
records.
radio?
Who's the hit? How many black people own radio stations?
Ice Cube just bought like 10 of them.
No, I'm not talking about a little private radio station. I'm talking about a main radio station. Exactly. How many black people own that shit?
Today time or back in civil rights time?
It don't matter.
It does.
We can talk about either or. How many? So who's controlling the message? The message is being controlled by somebody.
No.
Ice Cube said that. When he was with NWA, they paid them money to specifically talk about drugs and stuff like that because they knew we was going to listen to that stuff.
And we love it. And we love it. And we love it.
We do love it. No, you're not wrong about that.
Thank you.
So who's controlling it? Who's controlling it?
You ever heard Lupe Fiasco?
I know exactly. Yes.
Yes.
He took the money.
Everybody's heard of
Do
these
they play
people.
Lupe Fiasco on the radio?
Yes.
That's what he said. No, they don't.
Name a song.
What's the last name?
Somebody name a Lupe. Please name 10 people who can name a Lupe song outside of like Kick Push or whatever the other shit he had.
You know the song. We're not buying it. We put it out there. We're not buying it.
Because it's not.
We don't want to hear it.
Why do you think?
No, it's not promoted.
Who made rappers our leaders? Why we care they rap? Who made them our leaders?
That's a good question.
Who made them our
Why do
gang?
we
Who said they leaders though?
You just said it. They're role models.
They
role model leader. Who made Allen Iverson our leaders? Cause he could score basketball.
You can relate to it.
Well, yeah. What
a celebrity.
Who told us to relate to that?
What else are we going to relate to?
There's always been black doctors.
There's always been black doctors.
Always.
Black preachers.
But do they advertise that? Do they advertise
that?
Bill Cosby's like the only person off the top of my head that I can know that advertises.
Oh my God! Don't
That's
say
what I'm
that.
saying. And if you look, it's just
I'll
like
give me an example.
it's just like a commercial.
Who else?
It's just like a commercial when you look and you see.
We
you see a
own North
black woman,
Philly.
If you see,
please
go to a commercial and you see a black woman that's casted with long.
Why are you watching
hair.
TV instead of reading the book?
It don't matter. It's not about why you're doing what. It's about what information is being fed to you when you see it.
Why are you eating it?
Hear it.
So you got the TV brainwash.
No, I'm not.
So
it's
your
not
parents.
about being
My mom wouldn't let me watch
about
TV.
what you see.
No, you're right. That happens.
That's all I went to hear.
It's about what you see and what you're exposed to.
Then you made a choice in your life to say, "I'm gonna go right or left."
I totally get what y'all saying.
Look,
I totally
but it's all control.
Right or wrong, Jay?
But that doesn't disprove the fact, though.
Nobody here is oppressed.
Who fault is that again?
We're not. cold press.
If I have a child,
back then, if you want to talk about back then, yes, sure.
There's still social economic.
Stop. Jay got a point.
What do you say?
Jay, say what you said.
The TV is raising.
Stop.
Okay.
Who allowed?
That's not the black people's fault. I'm giving you an example.
Oh,
I'm giving you an example. Look.
What is our fault?
So pause.
So listen.
If he got to work and his wife or his girlfriend has to work.
Whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?
Yes.
Come on, Jay. I have sex all the time.
First off,
I know when
this is way deeper.
Jay.
Whose fault is it?
First off, this is way deeper.
So
you're talking about going back to like the 70s and the 60s where it trickled down effect.
So if you couldn't get a certain job because of your color,
woman, are they both
and you mean to tell me that job is influencing people of color, and only one person of a certain color was able to hold that job? That's not systematic.
Yo, we having two different conversations.
Yeah, one.
Go ahead, Doc.
Go ahead, Doc.
I'm just saying, like, if you as a black person, whatever, Spanish, whatever, like Chinese, if you couldn't hold a certain job because of your race, and that specific job, say a program director at a radio station or at a TV station, was not able to be another race at that particular time, and they control the information that was put out there and received by us of color, you mean to tell me that's not systematic? The person that's in charge, that's controlling the message, that can only be one type of person, that's controlling everything, that's not systematic, and that don't affect everybody that's receiving the message?
May I respond?
Respond to you, Jack. Go ahead.
Why is it that Chinese immigrants that come from communist countries come over here and they thrive? Why is it that people from...
Yes, they do.
The government, first off...
What's wrong with you?
No, first off.
Let me finish.
The government gives them money.
Let me finish.
When people come to the United States from other countries, the government gives them money.
Can I finish?
They get all types of grants.
We just talking about loans, right?
We can get grants too. It's grants out there for us
What have
too.
we ever got?
It's grants out there for us.
Is it ready and available?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a grant for loans?
Have you ever heard of affirmative action?
No, but I'm asking you.
Affirmative action more so
Let me finish.
for women's rights more so than yes it was.
I got the college of affirmative action. I'm dumb as shit. And I got the Penn State. How the fuck? I had a 2.0 GPA. How the fuck I go to Penn State main campus?
That's all student.
I'm gonna put it like this.
No, it's not.
No, you talking about student.
I had grants. How did that happen?
I'm
gonna put it like
I
this.
didn't belong there.
I'm gonna put it like this. From the system that was put into place where a certain person wasn't able...
We have a 2%.
I'm saying from the system that was put into place where a certain person wasn't able to hold a specific title, and when they get that title, and they had to fight hard to get that title.
What from title where?
Whatever, anything that I just said.
So if a white man made a business and you went to his business and you mad at the way that this business treated you.
What I'm talking about is like, all right, let's just say a doctor, right? Let's just say a doctor.
Yes.
Say for however many years a black person wasn't able to be a doctor, or they wasn't accepted, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They finally was able to be a doctor, right? They fought hard to get there. Are they gonna say, all right, look, I'm gonna bring my people and tell them, or I fought hard to get this shit, so this is where I did this, you need to do the same thing? Is that a mentality, or what? Was that mentality placed there? So that's the crabs in the barrel shit that was implanted in us, so that when somebody make it there, we don't look back and say, look, I'm gonna give you the information to get there. We want to stunt on the next person and say, look, I did this, you didn't.
That's the white man's fault. Is it?
So is that not systematic?
Is that the white man's fault?
Is that not systematic?
No.
All right, look. We're going before we wrap this up, we're gonna get Jay, and we're gonna get the voice opinion before we wrap it up.
Wait, time out. Systematic by who? Black systematic or white systematic? That's black systematic.
Black systematic.
Yes.
And that's more. I see what you said, but go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Then you, Jay.
So I just had a question. I just want to be clear, make sure we just all over it.
We hold ourselves down.
We do.
Not knocking.
But it's about knowing better, though.
But
we get
let me ask my question. This is the question I'm trying to ask you. You're 100% correct. We hold ourselves down, but do you agree that we are at a disadvantage? We're far behind from where we're behind the race. We're last in line,
and we're doing pretty well.
You think we're doing pretty well for being in eighth place?
Eighth place? Where you get that from?
I'm a drink.
Don't do that though. You can't make up facts. Time out. Let me ask you a question. Let me go to Jet. Who's your best friend besides Kareem?
Besides Kareem?
Yeah.
My brother, one of my homies in St. Louis.
It is. What's the last book y'all talked about reading together?
The last book we talked about reading together? Yeah. That's not the type of relationship we have. I have brothers in my circles that we have books that we read.
Okay.
So
your best friend in St. Louis that you probably talk to a lot more than the brothers just from reading. Y'all don't talk about reading. Y'all don't talk about. We should just talk about business.
No, we don't talk about business. We talk about friendships, family. We have a different relationship. That's the type of relationship that is. Now, with every black person, we supposed to talk about business. A lot of people can't take in.
We talk about empowering each other. We shouldn't be talking about love and hip hop.
No, you're right. 100%. But not to say we talk about love and hip hop. I'm not saying that. But every brother you talk to about business,
look at the cast on love and hip hop. The cast on Love and Hip Hop.
I don't watch Love. I don't know nothing about
Love
and Hip Hop. That's
entertainment.
They black.
That's entertainment.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The white man don't control
us. On VH1. Who on Viacom?
They own the content.
Who's the executive producers?
It don't matter.
I don't watch it. I don't know. I can't get.
It don't matter.
Are you serious?
It don't matter.
Mona's.
Is she black?
It don't matter.
She black, right?
Yeah, but she.
It don't matter. They ask you to produce a show. You
She's
gonna do
it? She's a subcontractor.
If they say, "Yo, I'm gonna give you $1 million tomorrow to go in here and make up some scenes for these niggas,"
whose fault is that?
Are you gonna do it?
Whose fault is it?
Yes or no? Are you gonna do it?
Whose fault is it?
Yes or no? Are you gonna do it?
Whose fault is it? If I do it, it's my fault. If I do it, it's my fault.
No, are you gonna do it?
Can you understand what I'm saying?
Are you gonna do it?
No.
Are you gonna do it?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's crazy how we wrap money up in a situation that we compromise how helping.
How much time we got left on this camera?
We're wrapping it up with Jad, and that's gonna be.
This shit good though. I want to keep going.
It's crazy how we can put a dollar amount on how we could just not help our brother out. Just like you said, if they give you $1 million, you gonna take that contract? And it's crazy that he said no. We all looking at like, I think I would took it. You know what I mean? Just to brainwash my.
And none of us gonna have that type of money. Yeah.
That's what we do.
If you wear a dress, would you wear a dress on TV? You wouldn't
Perry,
wear a dress.
Tyler Perry would do it though.
But you would. It's certain things you would do what you want to do. But fuck it, I'm gonna tell these little kids to sell drugs.
I would do that. Kids to sell drugs though.
But rappers do that though.
But just because
all I'm saying is we do it to ourselves.
I'm just saying the information we got fat with these young bulls, whoever our old heads was. Right. And we can look at our old heads today. Probably most of us passed them.
I get what you're saying about the whole Mona Scott shit, but just because you watch it don't mean that's what you gotta follow.
But most people became that.
But they got shows like Jersey Shore and shit where it's all white people doing the same shit.
Don't do that. I hate when people do that. Why did you compare us to white people just now?
Because that's what you talking about. No, because that's what you talking about. You talking about a black person, executive producing the show.
I'm not comparing. No, we're not supposed to compare.
But that's what you're talking about.
I never compared it to a white person.
You just said that Mona Scott Young is executive producer of Love and Hip Hop. That's promoting foolishness. You know what I mean?
We having two different conversations again. We gotta talk about one. We gotta do one.
That's promoting foolishness amongst black people, but you got a white executive producer doing the same exact show with white people.
Why did you compare them though?
Is it not the same thing?
Why did you compare? I'm asking why did you compare it?
So who should you compare it to?
That's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't compare it.
But so Love and Hip Hop shouldn't compare it to nothing?
No. That's our problem. We constantly compare. Why is white people the bar to compare yourself?
That's not the bar. It's not
about a bar.
No.
But you saying
I never
like
talked about a white person.
Like you
I never said it only happened to black people.
But that's the way you made it seem.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
It's not just a black.
So why did you use Love and Hip
Hop?
I never said that. Why didn't you use Jersey Shore?
Can I?
Why didn't you use fucking Teen Pregnancy or whatever this shit is that got majority of white people in it? Why didn't you use a show like that? Why did you use a black show as an example?
I used the black show as an example because those are what black people watch. Those are the shows that black people watch and consume.
That's not true though. That's not true.
All right, look.
That's not true.
But I'm saying that black people do it to ourselves.
In a box. That's not true. I never seen one of those a day in my life. I can guarantee 10 people that I can touch that's like, yo, what the hell is that? Just because it's on TV.
I watch that shit every week and I'm not influenced by it by any bit.
Imagine if you was a kid. Imagine if you was in middle school. You just said our role models is drug dealers.
All right, look. Before everything get too deep and we continue to go down this wormhole, because this is a real.
We can do. We can keep going. Nah, we got work, right?
I promise you. We're gonna revisit this, and it's gonna be. This is to be continued. We're gonna have a part 2, and we're gonna finish this off. We don't want to get stranded with the camera and the battery down and whatnot, since nobody don't want to get another extended battery or whatnot off of Amazon for like $2. But that's a whole nother conversation. So $2. I was joking, man. joking.
That's because they made in China.
I promise you that, but we gonna definitely.
And they come over here and win.
Technological racism.
And they come over here and win.
We're gonna bring this back. We definitely gonna bring this back because this is
the Africans come over here and win.
We had heated discussions, good dialogue, and it's what everybody need to hear. It's the truth.
Who here want to open up a corner store?
We all have varying different opinions about this, though. We all got it's all good dialogue. So tune in next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Klaptrap Podcast.
Yo, y'all gotta send me y'all Twitter or y'all Instagram Jones on there if y'all want motherfuckers to follow y'all.
I'm DOC_215 on everything.
Yeah, I'm _ Kareem of Wheat. That's I don't know why they made me just. But yeah, that's the IG account. Yeah, you ain't even got that.
I don't got social. I'm fucking social media.
Yeah, don't mess with the social media.
I can't
make
tell
that
you
a
what
topic.
What?
People without social media.
Oh yeah,
we need to make that a topic.
But definitely the main thing is, as long as y'all subscribe, we're on YouTube and we're on SoundCloud.
We're on YouTube at Klaptrap TV.
Exactly.
And we on SoundCloud at the same, I believe.
How much time we got left?
I think I don't know, seconds probably.
We on borrowed time right now. So, but with that being said, I hate to cut my man Jay off. I
just want to raise the glass to y'all. Y'all doing some real powerful stuff.
Oh yeah. It's empty glasses right now.
Empty glasses.
That's bad luck. That's bad luck.
But yeah.
Y'all definitely doing y'all thing.
Please subscribe and tune in. We'll be back with y'all next week.
That's the Klaptrap.
Peace.